What is the value of BOMA? For members who engage with everything that BOMA local associations and BOMA International have to offer, the value is tangible. Property professionals who actively participate with BOMA reap financial rewards for themselves, their properties, and their companies. BOMA also drives value for the industry as a whole by advocating for commercial real estate's interests and creating a global community. With 91 U.S. associations and 17 affiliates across the globe, BOMA is shaping and engaging the commercial real estate industry worldwide. BOMA's conferences and meetings offer industry professionals the opportunity to discover new trends affecting commercial real estate, learn best practices to implement within their properties, and create connections to problem solve while expanding their network. This past spring, the 2015 Medical Office Buildings and Healthcare Real Estate Conference brought together nearly 1,000 attendees to Cleveland. Thank you, BOMA of Greater Cleveland, including a record number of health system executives, for a chance to gain valuable connections, information, and insights to capitalize on this fast-changing market. With more than 3,400 attendees and 450 trade show exhibits, the 2015 BOMA International Conference and Expo in Los Angeles was our biggest annual conference in nearly a decade. Thank you, BOMA Greater Los Angeles. Commercial real estate professionals representing 20 different countries gathered to network, problem solve with vendors, hear insightful speakers, and attend education sessions addressing a wide variety of topics from asset management to sustainability and driving better business in this unique learning laboratory. The new high-performance buildings education track reflected an industry shift away from simply reducing environmental impact to adding asset value through sustainable practices and reinforcing the business case. The inaugural Women in Commercial Real Estate program and breakfast brought together 200 attendees to discuss the most important issues affecting women in the industry. We also hosted college students and veterans at our 6th annual Career Day. During the Outstanding Building of the Year Awards banquet on the final night of the conference, 15 properties were honored for excellence in building operations and management. Kent Gibson, BOMA Fellow, President of Capstone Property Management in Salt Lake City, was sworn in as Chair and Chief Elected Officer. The BOMA 360 Performance Program offers commercial real estate properties an opportunity to be recognized for operational and management best practices. This year, the program expanded into South America and celebrated its largest class of designees in the history of the program, with 80 new properties earning the BOMA 360 designation in the third quarter. Since the program's inception in 2009, approximately 1,300 designations have been conferred in more than 70 markets due to the fact that 360 buildings outperform the marketplace both financially and in tenant satisfaction. An expanding research capability explored repurposing existing buildings, new office design, reinforcing our high-performance brand. The Experience Exchange Report, our EER database, remains the commercial real estate industry's largest and most comprehensive benchmarking resource. The 2015 Office EER boasted data for more than 5,300 office buildings, corporate facilities, medical office buildings, and government properties in 275 markets across the United States and Canada, totaling more than 800 million square feet of space. Last year, we also launched the Industrial EER, boasting comprehensive data for more than 2,800 industrial properties in 85 markets across the U.S., representing nearly 500 million square feet of space. It's the only benchmarking resource in the commercial real estate industry specifically tailored to the industrial sector. A longtime sustainability leader, we unveiled several new or updated green initiatives in 2015, including developing curriculum for the Building Retuning Program, a program designed to enable property professionals to save energy by identifying and correcting operational problems, launched the revised BOMA Energy Performance Contracting Model, or BEPC, an innovative variation on energy performance contracts, and debuted BOMA Energy Efficiency Program, or BEEP, version 2.0, a 6-course curriculum reflecting the latest industry trends, new technologies, and best practices to improve the energy performance of properties. In recognition of our continued leadership in protecting the environment through superior energy efficiency achievements, we received our 8th Energy Star Award from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and remain the only commercial real estate association to have received this honor. BOMA International's advocacy team was busy keeping the interests of commercial real estate in the forefront in 2015 with the newly elected U.S. Congress, uncertain regulatory environment, and active state legislatures across the country. We scored a number of critical legislative victories, starting with the 6-year extension of the Terrorism Risk Insurance Act and the passage of legislation to create a tenant star program. We also achieved a significant advocacy victory at year's end when our top tax issue, making permanent a 15-year depreciation period for leasehold improvements, an issue we've been fighting for over a decade, was passed by Congress in December as part of the PATH Act. Also included in that legislation were an extension of the tax incentives for energy efficiency improvements to buildings and fixes to the Foreign Investment and Real Property Tax Act, or FIRPTA. BOMA local associations and state coalitions, with the assistance of BOMA International's Industry Defense Fund, also achieved major victories at the state and local level in 2015, preventing harmful precedents from being set that could affect other markets around the country. These grassroots efforts included successfully challenging a transportation utility fee in Mission, Kansas, challenging a City of Pittsburgh ordinance that would have required covered properties to provide safety and security training at great expense and potential liability for all building service personnel, and working for the passage of the Seattle linkage fee that would not dramatically increase development costs. As the only commercial real estate association in the U.S. with an aggressive codes and standards advocacy program, BOMA's codes team leverages more than a century of operational experience and science to not only advance safe, achievable codes that provide secure environments, but also to save the industry money. In January of 2015, the International Code Council, or ICC, began the 2018 Group A code development process for several of the national model codes. The ICC implemented an online platform that allowed code officials from across the U.S. to vote remotely for the first time. Anticipating these changes, BOMA's codes team prepared a two-pronged strategy that maintained its influential presence at the code development hearings while coordinating a grassroots program to reach the thousands of code officials voting remotely. Based on the preliminary results from the fall hearings, it appears this effort was a big success. Thank you to all of the local associations that have actively joined the fight. In an increasingly global marketplace, BOMA International plays a growing role in fostering international dialogue. As a founding member of the International Property Measurement Standards Coalition, we continue to help lead the coalition as it promotes adoption of the Office Standard and develops the residential and industrial standards due to be published in 2016, followed by the retail and mixed-use standards. To further support this global effort, we partnered with the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors to provide training on the new IPMS for office buildings, which was published in 2014. BOMA leadership was kept busy last year, traveling around the globe to strengthen current business relationships and forge new ones. BOMA leadership traveled to Chicago for the British Council of Offices Conference and to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for the FIAPSI World Congress, to Quebec City for BOMA Canada's 25th Annual BOMEX Conference, to Moscow for the Guild of Property Managers and Developers Pro Estate 2015, to Shanghai for BOMA China's 3rd Annual Conference, and to the Property Council of Australia's Property Congress, all last year. At each conference, BOMA celebrated achievements and milestones. For example, Russia's first ever Toby Awards were presented at Pro Estate, and the Mandarin language versions of two of our popular publications, the Guide to Exterior Maintenance Management and the Emergency Preparedness Guide, were unveiled in Shanghai. Last year, BOMA International launched an outreach campaign to C-suite executives and in-person visits by BOMA officers to highlight our role as a strategic business partner. Even the C-suite knows that no other association in the industry can claim the return on investment that we offer. Whether it's providing critical industry intelligence, high-performance programs, or advocating for commercial real estate on Capitol Hill, BOMA provides the industry-wide support they need to maximize their bottom line. And for members who are actively engaged with the countless opportunities that we have to offer, the possibilities are endless. As you can see, 2015 was a year of tangible accomplishments and successes, and in tandem with a strengthening economy, we continue to build momentum for the industry and our members. After all, we are BOMA.